Hey guys, Ogs from the US. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. In this video, I'm going to do my 5 talking points from the game between Liverpool and Chelsea. Chelsea lost 5-3 and I'm still hurting. It's so painful because we had everything under control. Anyways, we can't dwell in the past. We have to move on and start preparing for the last game of the season. Before anything, I will remind you guys that I'm a fan just like you. I do have my agendas. There are certain players that I don't like in the personal level, and there are players that I like. Just like any other YouTube channels or any big account on social media, we all got agendas. We have players that we want to push, and every time we lose a game of football, everybody is going to try to bring their agenda and pinpoint certain players that they don't like. Some agendas are very stupid and some agendas are good because they make a perfect sense. The difference between me and other people is that for me, it's about Chelsea Football Club. It's about the team. Yes, I do have my boys that I support and I try to push, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna support you if you are not performing on the field. I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna tell you the truth. But for other people, fanboys, no, they can't do any wrong. You can't call them out because they are perfect and we need to blame somebody else. You see how evil certain people can be, because they will prefer the team to lose playing certain players than win with other players that they don't like. You know what I mean? And instead of even pushing your boys, you're gonna just attack another innocent person just to make your point, because you think that person is the reason why my boy is not having a chance. Support the club, my friend. This is Chelsea Football Club. Talking point number 1. Frank Lampard is under a lot of pressure, a lot of attacks from people, because he didn't play Pulisic from the beginning, and because he didn't play Willy Caballero and all that. So many things that they are saying. Tactics wrong. Why he played 3 at the back. Why? Well, let me remind you. At the beginning of the game, everybody was happy. As usual, okay? Certain people made videos saying like, we have to continue with the same formation. We have to continue with the same players. You don't change the team that winning, blah, blah, blah. But after the defeat, the same people are telling us Frank Lampard should have known that he needs to change because Liverpool knows exactly how we played last game, blah, blah, blah. We know who they are, right? Flip-flopping all the time. We have them on the record. They are so hypocrite. They are just switching, flip-flopping just for the business reason. To begin with, they didn't like Frank Lampard. They're still sorry, nostalgic. You know what I mean? They still think that Frank Lampard is the reason their master is at Juventus at the moment. So anything negative that will happen at the club, you have to blame Frank Lampard. Why? The only time they say anything good about Frank Lampard is when we win something. But it's not like they like him. It's just because of business. They have to try to be like a politician, you know, be in the middle. So, you know, so you don't lose subs, you don't lose clicks, you don't lose money. It's about money, man. So we know who they are. They don't want to tell you the truth. But for me, I'm a very open person. Black and white, I tell you things the way they are. And those people, they're just playing with our minds. If you look at their previous videos, nobody complained about us starting the same formation against Liverpool. So I'm not even gonna pay attention to that because they know who they are. We all know who they are, but because they are popular and we watch them, so we try to flip-flop with them. Christian Pulisic didn't start the game because he's been injured for a little while now. Everybody knows about it. He already missed, I think, couple games, and the game against United he was on the bench, and the game against Liverpool also he was on the bench by the doctor's recommendation that Christian Pulisic can't finish 90 minutes. We need to build his fitness slowly but surely because it could make it worse. Everybody knows about it, but certain people are saying that that is an excuse after losing a game. Do you think that Frank Lampard is that stupid to leave his best player on the bench on purpose just to use Mason Mount? Come on, people. Use a little bit of common sense. Frank Lampard wants the 3 points more than any of us. The same people who are criticizing Frank Lampard for not using Pulisic were going to be the same people to kill him in case Christian Pulisic got a long-term injury. So I'm sick and tired of flip-flop FC. Remember Mauricio Sarri being blamed for Kante's injuries, right? Because people are saying that Mauricio Sarri forced him to play certain games at the end of last season and the Europa League final. So right now we have problems with Kante supposedly because of Mauricio Sarri, right? And the same people who are forcing Frank Lampard to use an injury player in Christian Pulisic. You see how this works? You see how agenda can make certain people stupid? It's always a lose-lose situation for Frank Lampard because there are people out there that will never be happy no matter what he does. They didn't like him to begin with. They tried to flip-flop all the time, depend on the result, but in reality they didn't even want to see Frank Lampard take that job. They're still nostalgic. They still want Mauricio Sarri, and they think the solution is just to go on the market and buy a bunch of players instead of using youth. So we know who they are. Come on, people. Frank Lampard is not going to send the team out there to lose. He would like to win games. And sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. And if we won that game, nobody was going to say anything. But because we lost, we forgot that we still have the same average players playing against the best team in the world. Did you hear me? The best team in the world. So there is no shame losing against Liverpool when you know you have somebody like Kepa in goal. You have Rudiger in that defense. You have Willian hitting the first man always. You have Jorginho and Kovacic having an off day. You have Mason Mount very tired and can't even cross a ball. You know what I mean? The entire team, the whole team didn't really perform to the level that we expect them to perform. That also could be because Liverpool are very good. Don't forget that. You are playing against the best team in the world and they can get you undone. The quality was the difference. Did you see the crosses? Our crosses didn't make anything happen, but their crosses, they made them count. That is the difference. Quality. That is the level of Chelsea Football Club at this current moment. So you can blame Frank Lampard or whoever you want, but at the end of the day, you need quality. Another talking point for this video is a good news. And that good news is about the unity at Chelsea Football Club. What I mean by that is that we are all united somehow. I know we are divided on paper, but inside us, we all want Chelsea to succeed. Everybody knows the truth. The fans, the board, Marina, Abramovich, Frank Lampard, the coaching department, the scouting department, doctors, Everybody, including Stevie Wonder, the cultists, the fanboys, people with agendas, everybody knows what we want and what we need at Chelsea Football Club. We don't admit it in public because of our egos, because of our agendas and propagandas. There are many players in that Chelsea team that are not Chelsea level. They are below average. They don't deserve to wear the shirt. We all know them, right? There are certain players who are good players who are going to improve because of their football IQ, because of their age, but we try to sabotage them because we have specific agendas. So it is what it is. We all know the truth, but let's just protect the team. Let's just work together for Chelsea Football Club. And I'm so happy that our influence as fans is not going to change anything about what Frank Lampard and the board are thinking right now. They are going to make the right decisions for the club. And I'm telling you, after Sunday, the last game, we are going to qualify for the Champions League, and we are going very hard on the market to fix all those issues. And next season, we are going just to look back and laugh at what happened this season. Keep faith, support the team and not individuals. Think outside the box, and see you in the next one.
Flying high in the sky, the king, bloody flag flying high. Stand for Bridge to Germany, we keep the